You think paying taxes has never been more costly or complicated, you are not alone. And by the way, you're 100% right. Most Americans say it's becoming too confusing to figure out the system. In fact, I don't even think about doing it anymore. I don't know anyone that does. Now, two legislatures, I pay my taxes, I just don't figure them out. Our legislators are aiming to fix the problem, and they want your help, believe it or not. Senator Max Baucus and Congressman Dave Camp are leading the bipartisan effort and join us from Washington. Are you throwing up your hands, gentlemen? Have you quit? Have you given up about fixing our tax system?
We are getting deeply into it. We're jumping into it because we want to fix it, Brian. And by the way, belated happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much,
serious. We're very serious about this. We're going to do all we can to make the code much more fair. That'll help promote business and create jobs. It's very important.
So, Congressman Camp, what happened? We fixed this in the 80s, and did it just get unwieldy and out of control, or did we not do it right earlier?
Well, basically, Brian, we know the code's a nightmare, and we got to fix it. The average family can't do their own taxes. There's been about 10,000 changes in just the last 10 years. So we really need to make sure that we take a look at this, and that's why we're launching this website, so people can let us know how they view the tax code and what we can do to fix it.
Hey, guys, we've asked our viewers to help you out. You want to take some suggestions?
All right.
That's the whole point.
All right, here we go. Jeff Carter writes, what about a flat 10% tax across all incomes, no loopholes, no mortgage tax deduction, no charity deduction? What do you think?
Well, first of all, we're going to start with a clean slate, just wipe everything clean. There's just so much junk in the code right now. Then we'll figure out what should add back. You know, there are certain provisions that are pretty popular, like home mortgage interest deduction, charitable deduction. But the main thing is start clean, make the code as simple as possible. Then we'll deal with something like that suggestion. It's premature now.
Well, that's right, Brian. Flatter, fairer, simpler. That's what we're going to try to do.
Get it down to one page. That would help. Jeff from Florida writes, stop taxing Americans individually. Instead, send a tax bill to the states. Let states collect taxes any way they want and remit to the federal government based on their population. Get started. What do you think?
Well, I don't. That's the first time I've heard that one. But I don't think it's going to work too well, basically because we have two governments. There's a federal government and a state government, and we're going to have to finance things like the Army, the Navy, and so forth, our national security. But it's interesting.
But yeah, those kinds of creative things we want to hear. I haven't looked at it either, but that's the kind of input we want to get.
So, Chairman, how do we get in touch with you? I know you set up a system where people can write in with their suggestions, right?
We do. We have, Dave and I have a website up. It's called TaxReform.gov, and also tweeted at Simpler Taxes. We want to hear from people. You know, a lot of special interest groups come to Washington, D.C., but we want to get past that. We want to hear directly from people.
And what kind of timetable are you on, guys, in terms of doing this with immigration and everything else on the docket? Where does this rank?
Well, we just launched the website, so TaxReform.gov, if people can log into that, and we want to work on this year, and we're focused on doing this as much as we can.
And you just hope to get some momentum, I guess, behind you, because both sides agree, as we see today, that we got to reform the system. Senator Max Baucus, Chairman Dave Camp, thanks so much.
Thanks.
You bet. Thanks, Brian.
All right. 21 minutes now before the